Annual filing and compliance for private limited companies. Annual filing is a mandatory process under the Companies Act, 2013. It ensures transparency and legal compliance by submitting financial and operational details to the Registrar of Companies. The penalties for non-compliance are very high, which has been done intentionally so as to curb out the number of shell companies incorporated. Compliance for private limited companies. Business Commencement Certificate. To obtain a certificate of commencement of business, the company must file a Form 20A with the ROC within 180 days of incorporation. Penalty. The company shall be liable to a penalty of 50,000 rupees. And every officer who is in default shall be liable to a penalty of 1,000 rupees for each day during which such default continues, but not exceeding an amount of 1 lakh rupees. Appointment of auditor. The Board of Directors must appoint the first auditor within 30 days of the company's incorporation. If the board fails to do so, the company's members must appoint the auditor at an extraordinary general meeting within 90 days. The first auditor's term lasts until the first annual general meeting. The Board of Directors usually appoints auditors at the first AGM. Their term typically lasts until the 6th AGM or 5 years, whichever comes first. Auditors can also be appointed annually, with each term renewable at subsequent AGMs. Income tax return filing. In addition to MCA annual return, companies must also file income tax return irrespective of business turnover, income, profit or loss. Hence, even dormant companies with no transactions are required to file income tax return each year in ITR 6 return filing. The due date for filing income tax return for a company is on or before the 30th of September. Annual General Meeting. The annual general meeting due date for most companies in India is 30th September of each year, or within 6 months of the end of the financial year. However, there are some exceptions. The first AGM can be held within 9 months of the end of the first financial year. The ROC can extend the time for holding an AGM by up to 3 months. AGMs cannot be held on national holidays. The time gap between 2 AGMs should not exceed 15 months. AOC 4. Form AOC 4 is a MCA form used to file a company's financial statements with the Registrar of Companies. The form is due within 30 days of the company's annual general meeting. The form must be certified by a practicing chartered accountant or company secretary. Filing Form AOC 4 on time is important for maintaining a company's credibility with stakeholders. Failure to file the form can result in penalties, additional fees, or legal repercussions. MGT 7 and 7A. MGT 7 is for companies other than small companies, including public companies, subsidiaries, holding companies, and companies registered under Section 8. MGT 7A is for small companies and one-person companies. The due date for filing MGT 7A is 60 days after the annual general meeting. Din eKYC. Any person who has been allotted a director identification number up to 31st March of a financial year is required to file this web form on or before 30th September of the immediate next financial year to update the latest KYC details of himself in the system for facilitating the enforcement function. Board Meeting. Every company shall hold the first meeting of the Board of Directors within 30 days of the date of its incorporation and thereafter hold a minimum number of 4 meetings of its Board of Directors every year in such a manner that not more than 120 days shall intervene between 2 consecutive meetings of the Board. The participation of directors in a meeting of the Board may be either in person or through video conferencing or other audiovisual means, as may be prescribed, which are capable of recording and recognizing the participation of the directors, and of recording and storing the proceedings of such meetings along with date and time. MSME Form. The MSME Form 1 is a mandatory half-yearly return that companies must file with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs (MCA) to report outstanding payments to micro, small, and medium enterprises (MSMEs). The form must be filed within 30 days from the end of each half-year. That is on 30th April and 30th October. DPT-3 Form. The DPT-3 form, also known as the Return of Deposits, is an annual filing requirement for companies in India that are registered under the Companies Act, except for government companies. The DPT-3 form provides the MCA with detailed information on a company's deposit-related activities, including deposits received by the company, outstanding loans or receipts of money that are not considered deposits, any other amount that needs to be reported that does not classify as a deposit. The DPT-3 form must be filed on or before 30th June of each year. Due dates: 30th April MSME 1 for October to March half year, 30th June DPT-3, 30th September Annual General Meeting, 30th September Income Tax Return, 15th October Form ADT 1, 30th October Form AOC 4, 30th October MSME 1 for April to September half year, 29th November Form MGT 7 and 7A.